So today we are going to be checking our athlete's blood pressure. To do so, we are going to take the cuff and wrap it around our athlete's brachial artery. Next, we will place the stethoscope under the cuff onto the brachial artery. We will then squeeze the pump until it reaches 180 on our meter. We will then slowly release the pump. In doing so, we will hear our first pulse, which will be our systolic pressure, and then we will keep releasing until we hear our second pulse, which is our diastolic pressure. So in this case, our athlete had 130/80 as a resting blood pressure rate. So today we're going to be conducting the skin fold measurement, and what this is going to do is help us understand our athlete's body composition and body fat percentage. The first site we're going to start with is the midpoint between the armpit and the nipple. The next side we're going to measure is the abdomen. So what we're going to do is we're going to measure 2 centimeters to the right of the umbilicus vertically. The last measurement will be at the midpoint of the thigh, and this will also be a vertical fold. So today we'll be conducting one of the 7 FMS exercises. We'll be doing the active leg raise. And this one, we're looking at how the lower extremities disassociate itself from the trunk stability. So today, I'll have, I forgot your name, bro. Anthony, lying flat down on his back with his knees right over the FMS table. We're going to have his palms facing upwards, and we're going to have his ankles dorsiflex his feet. So what we're looking for in this test is seeing if the malleolus exceeds his kneecap. In that case, it'll be a 2. If it's below the kneecap, we'll be giving him a test of 1. And if he can't perform the function, we'll be giving him 0. And to get a 3, we're going to need to have his malleolus exceed the midpoint of his thigh. So I'm going to ask Anthony to raise his right leg upwards as far as he can while keeping the other one flat on the ground. Okay, one more time. Okay, so for his right leg, I'm going to grade it a 2. He was able to exceed the kneecap, but not go any further past the midpoint of the quad, the thigh area. I'm going to ask him to do the same thing on the other side. Okay, one more time. Okay, so for both sides, I'm going to grade him a 2. There were some problems in raising his left leg where his right leg would invert just a bit, and to fix that we'll probably work on his hamstring just a bit. We'll fix up a little bit of his quad, and we'll make sure that we loosen up those hip flexors. The purpose of the 5-10-5 test is to test our athlete's agility and change of direction agility. So today, our athlete is going to be conducting the 5-10-5 agility test. And in this one, he's going to be starting from the first cone that he's at right now. He'll be in a three-touch stance. And whichever hand is on the ground first is the cone that he goes to. So his right hand is down, so he'll be going to the right cone. First cone is cone A, second cone is cone B. What he'll do is he's going to sprint as fast as he can to cone B. He's going to run right over to cone C over there, and then the timer will stop when he ends up at cone A. On your go. Okay. What was the time?
4:08.
4:08. So the average time for this test would be 4.6 to 4.9 seconds, and he definitely exceeded that one. So today our athlete will be conducting the broad jump. This test tests the power off the ground and his stability when sticking the landing. It will be working on ankle stability, jump power, and obviously trunk stability for sticking the landing. So as we can see, our athlete stuck a 7-8. So today our athlete is going to be conducting the pacer test. In this test, he'll be testing the endurance and speed as it progressively gets more and more into the rounds. What we have set up is a 30-yard distance. And to pass this test, he'll have to get to the second cone before it beeps. If he manages to get to the second cone after it beeps, he'll get 1 strike for the test. And for 2 strikes, he'll be out of it.
The test will begin on the word start. On your mark, get ready, start.
So he managed to get to the second cone before it beeped, so he passed that round. And he failed to reach the cone after it beeped. Well, before it beeped, so he gets a X for that one and 2 strikes and he'll be out of it. So today our athlete is going to be conducting the 30-yard dash, and what this test sees is the speed and agility of our athlete for the 30-yard dash. We're going to begin the test by measuring his resting heart rate, and to do that we're going to find his radial artery and we're going to time it for 6 seconds and see how many beats he has in that time, and then multiply by 10 to get his beats per minute.
About 8.
So he has 8 beats per 6 seconds, so he has an 80 beat per minute. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna test out our athlete, see how he can finish the 30-yard dash, and then we're going to be measuring his exercise heart rate. So right now we're going to be letting him rest up for 10 seconds, and we're going to be checking out his exercise heart rate. How long did he finish?
4-1.
He finished the test in 4.1 seconds. And right now we're going to be checking out his exercise heart rate. So we're going to do the same method that we did at the beginning. Check his pulse for 6 seconds and then multiply by 10.
About 13.
So for his exercise heartbeat, he has 130 beats per minute. Before any exercises are conducted, as presented before and after, we're going to want our athlete to do some rolling out, some dynamic, and some static stretching to make sure no injuries are occurring and to make sure that all the muscles are properly warmed up. So today our athlete will be conducting a power and endurance test. In this test, he'll be conducting a standard pull-up. In order to achieve a full range of pull-up, he'll have to have his chin exceed the bar, and he'll have to perform full extension downwards. We also have a timer for 60 seconds, and we'll be seeing how long and how much he can perform.